look where we are now. Yours in your hands to defend.
Well, the trophy fit good in my hand last season. It might as well do this one too.
Now, that was a fight for you, and it turned out that you are the best in the world.
I actually don't know what to say because I'm kind of filled with adrenaline. I disagree. You know what I think about best of ones. They're complete crap, and there's no competitive integrity to best of ones. They shouldn't exist on this level of game. So anything can happen. We can go out, we can be number 8 because best of ones doesn't show anything.
So, Fabian, anything you'd like to say to your serfs before you get going?
No.
Hello, Fabian. How are you doing?
I'm just fine, Parker.
Thank you for asking me how I'm doing. I'm doing great.
One round away from winning is still losing, so that's pretty much it. I mean, I do all the work because I'm the best player in the world.
That's great to hear. Now,
You wanted to face them here.
Well, who doesn't want to face the second best team in the world?
Okay.
I mean, we'd like to make strategies 30 seconds before the round starts.
Yeah, we've heard.
I can actually tell you that most of the strats we pulled there were made just before this game. We haven't practiced them. We just straight up go for something new that nobody can know and nobody can read.
is there any doubt in your mind that you are not going to come out of this matchup with a 2-0 victory?
I always believe in my team. That's pretty much all I need. I mean, people who talk about replacing Goga for his bad performance on LAN or whatever, they don't know anything about this game. They have no clue what they're talking about. A player like Goga is someone that can show up when you need him to. He plays the shitty operators that nobody else wants to play. Hard breacher, how fun is that? I mean, sits outside, sits on a drone for 2 minutes, and then he goes and breach a wall. Very fun gameplay, right?
How much of a boost has he been to this team?
I mean, on the inside, he's had some stomach problems. I don't know if we need to go into that. I think motivation-wise, he's way better than what we had before, and he brings a lot of energy to the team that we didn't have. That's about what he does. So, I mean, everyone knows what Kanto can do, and you don't play in Penta if you can't shoot.
What is, in your mind, the strongest part of the way that Penta plays right now, other than maybe being very flexible and switching operators whenever it's needed?
No, it doesn't really matter how our team plays because we play Lion, we press 4 and we sprint and we kill people. That's how the game works right now.
Fair point.
And if they don't know what we're doing, and we barely know what we're doing, how are they going to know how to counter it?
So there's a lesson that we can all learn from, to barely know what you're doing if you want to be an esports champion.
No, this is some strategies we've been practicing for, 2 weeks or so.
Okay.
The trap meta is definitely something we've been practicing, and Tashanka, I mean, nobody plays her. We've just shown how to master it.
Interestingly enough, Goga, even playing the Tachanka, which is so instrumental for your strategy, as you mentioned, was not able to net any kills. Do you think that was down to other players taking the kills, or was it just bad positioning, something that wasn't really planned around the Supremacy spawns?
Well, we didn't really know how they were going to spawn, so we had some setup strats where he goes with this Tachanka turret and just prepares himself. He did get 2 assists.
Yes,
that's something, I guess. He did some good damage with it.
Now that all the teams are locked in, weigh in on what you've seen.
Well, we're going to win it. That's pretty much it.
Secret of Vitality.
I don't really care. We'll beat them.
Feel free to pass around the microphone here.
No, they don't know how to speak English.
What? Your team communicates in English. Didn't look like it a couple
I'm not so
rounds,
sure about
though.
that sometimes. Yeah, a few rounds. I don't know if we even communicated at all. We always want to win, and I get so angry if we don't. At Border, we did so many basic mistakes. I got so pissed off. It's insane. I say it in every interview. We're the best team in the world. It doesn't matter. This is our stage. We play on stage. We know what to do with the pressure. It's fine. We won.
Congratulations on your victory today. How are you?
I'm just fine. Actually, I'm fine until now because I have to talk to you, Parker, and it's not the time that I enjoy the most out of my days.
Cenare, Commander General, whatever you want to be called this time.
God Emperor. God Emperor.
God Emperor Fabian.
Hello, Fabian. Nice to see you.
Oh, I wish I could say the same, Parker.
Thank you, Fabian.
You're welcome.
You you can't even hear kicks. Hopefully you can hear kicks on the microphone.
Yeah, I could hear that.
Oh, and why you seem to be a different team over the last 2 play days, 3 play days than you were at the start of the season?
I mean, we've been saving so much strats, and we've been kind of taking a vacation. I went to Hawaii for 3 weeks, and I actually played from there. No, we've just played bad. We had a bad performance for a while. Shit happens. You know, every team is going to have bad performances sometimes. But, I mean, if you know your history, we've been like the US in World War II, awakening the giant. We just needed a wake-up call. And I think that no matter what happens in our season, even if we have, 4 bad games, we're still the best team in the world. I just think that we are. We have the best shots. We have the best strategy. I just think we're the best team in the world no matter what happens, even if we play bad for a while. So I think that we managed to come back from pretty much any kind of bad performance that we had.
But you picked up a big 3 points today. Congratulations. How do you feel?
It feels okay. I mean, we underperformed, so it's just a comeback for us now, and it starts now, and we are going to have to take every win we have now.
Something that your teammates have tweeted about a couple times is changes that you were making to the way you were playing. And I think it was Pengu who's been the most vocal, saying that things are moving in the right direction, you've changed up your style, etc. Do you mind walking us through what you'd like to share with just about what you've changed over the last couple play days?
So, kind of, seeing as we've won pretty much everything there is the last 2 years, we kind of haven't changed our playstyle too much. We kind of just focused on our gameplay and then studying the opponents. But obviously people started catch up on us and probably run over us for a while. And when we took in Uno, which is the best change we've done, like mentality-wise, we're super happy with it. And player-wise, I think that we did the right choice. Even if we underperformed in situations where like games, but that doesn't really matter. It's how we feel as a team and how good it feels overall for us. But basically, we didn't adapt as much as we should have. We didn't change our playstyle enough, and people just slaughtered us for it.
What's been the biggest focus that you've been working on then? What's the one main thing that you think has been the biggest issue with your team over the last couple play days? Singular item.
As I said, communication.
So
it's basically done.
What have you done to improve upon the communication? You know, I'm assuming, have you added more voices to the calling, the shot calling? Are you still IGLing? Is somebody else IGLing?
Oh, nobody else in my team knows how to talk, so that's not an issue for in-game leading. But it's basically, before we were very fluid in our attacks and our defenses, we didn't really have anything set up because we've been playing so long time with Jonas, we kind of didn't change much. Like, we knew how he thought before he made a move, kind of. And with Uno, that changed a bit, so that when we didn't understand how each other play, even though we think that it's the better player for our team, we didn't understand how he plays in his individual role. And we kind of had to structure that up a bit and do more basics and then run away from the basics instead of having no basics and then just killing everything.
Right. How much tighter do you think Europe's gotten as a region over the last 2 seasons?
I mean, you can look at the standings, right? If we would be running over everyone, then it wouldn't be fun anymore, would it?
Well, I never said it wasn't fun. I just wanted your take on
I mean,
the
you
other teams.
enjoy me losing, obviously.
Quite a bit.
Seeing as you're a little bit of a communist, you like to spread out the points.
It's pretty even, I gotta say. I'm doing a damn good job, so.
Yeah, I mean, you're the brain behind everything.
It is good to
saying this team wins this week, and now that team wins, and then this team wins. We're spreading out the points even. Everyone is going to LAN.
Everybody wins, man. Why do you think the majors are 16 teams?
Too.
Whose idea do you think that was? But
I mean, probably yours.
Yeah, no, I don't get any say here. I'm just a caster. But it's actually good to hear from you.
That's good for all of us.
Congratulations on your victory. We came into this game expecting kind of Penta to be a bit revitalized with their play, and we sure did see different strategies coming out from you. Was there anything that surprised you when you started off on your attacking side?
I mean, it doesn't really make any sense what they did, like kicking Pengu and then giving him to us. I don't understand that kind of like thought process because he played really well today. So for me, stuff like that doesn't make any sense. Like they kicked their entire roster.
Yeah, and everybody talks about it like, oh, why kick Pengu when he was performing so well? And you just nab him as usual. It's not like you are forced to only take Finnish players. The Danes are definitely out there as well. Now,
their quality isn't good enough. But Milos, I actually want to turn this interview around here a little bit because I think that I've had too many interviews, and I think it's time for me to actually interview you for once. So I have a question here. Like,
right.
How do you feel about your performance as a caster, and what have you done this season to improve it?
Well, I've worked quite a bit on keeping up the pacing. I think it's gotten much better, specifically in this play day, but it's more the direction of host nowadays, so I kind of have to juggle between the two. You know, it's like.
And how do you feel the synergy with your teammates in EMSO here, talking with you here?
No, Emzo is always really comfortable to be casting with. You know, he's got the jokes. It kind of leans in every time when we're casting, and it's not always. You don't have to be super serious 100% of the time, right? So sometimes you kind of just relax, especially when it's a long day.
And your support crew in Marcio, how are they doing? Or how is he doing?
Marcio is doing pretty well. Usually he's kind of going around and clicking very quickly between the players. So there's definitely a lot of work for him to do when he has to show us all that's going on. He obviously has to listen to us the entire time, and you know how awful that can kind of get.
Really painful.
But, as you say, but it's still one of the greatest observers, possibly the best one that we have. I can't wait to see how he does things at Raleigh, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I hope for some new strats from him. That's for sure. Do you have any last comments for your fans? No, never mind. You don't have any of those. Do you want to continue this interview?
I would like to retry.
All right. Okay.
All right, Fabian. Congratulations again on your victory against Penta.
TSM picking Consulate into us, that's up to them. I don't really care what they pick. I think we're a better team overall. I'm a little bit happy about knocking out all of the NA hopes because, you know, when we're in Brazil, they don't like us there. I guess they don't like us here because we're in NA, but it felt good knocking them out.
In that you guys opted to just remove Dokkaebi because you just don't want to have to deal with that Intel operator?
It's annoying to be called when you don't want to be, so that's why we banned it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know if Force is a fire, but every team that's gone up against them have played literally fucking shit.
That's fair.